What do you think school is for? Wow, very deep. Like, what's the point of going to school?
Wow. She's going to bamboozle me with this. I don't know how to answer. I feel like it's a trap.
There are different schools of thought, right? Like, no pun intended. Some people feel it's to sift out like your IQ.
Right.
Some people feel like it's to maybe expand your mind. Right. Is it supposed to like teach you life skills? Things like that. Like, what is the fundamental point of going to school?
I guess it's all the above. It's a great equalizer, I guess.
You think it's an equalizer?
In a way that it's like it's not completely equalized, but it's still kind of like everyone's sitting through the same exam, and I guess that kind of measures how good you are in that exam. Okay,
so you mentioned just now that like if you only saw my social media account, you probably think I'm quite fake. But then knowing that I went to university got a bit of credibility.
Yes, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I'm like, you think only uni people are smart? Hello, I went poly, okay.
Oh, okay, so you didn't go to uni?
No, I didn't.
But you actually think uni people are smarter? I'm telling you from someone who's back from uni, I don't think so.
I think in general, not smarter, but at least you won't be like completely like English chui until don't know what.
That is not true.
Yeah.
No.
No lah. Hello.
No, I
know someone, okay, who is a social media influencer who cannot say A to Z, can only stop at Q. After that, he doesn't know what is the rest.
How is that possible?
It's true. And the person has never gone to uni lah. So like I think that it's not about the uni or not uni, but in general, you cannot be completely stupid to go to uni still.
Actually, I really disagree. From someone who's been in uni, there are a lot of stupid people in uni. Honestly, truth. I actually feel that I'm quite book smart. Like, I'm just good with taking exams. It's really a matter of like, you just figure out the system.
Okay,
right?
so at least if you tell me that I know you are book smart, but you may not be street smart. But if you never even go to uni, I don't know whether you're book smart and I don't know whether you're street smart also. So at least I know the rapid Jades, went to uni. At least it's a little bit book smart.
Okay, fair. I mean, I do.
At least you are vaguely coherent lah. How can you write your GP without being coherent, right?
I mean, let's talk a bit more about schools. Like, what school were you from? Because there's this whole thought of elitism. I feel that this school is better than this school is better than this school, right? I would prefer there not to be such a system lah. Like, okay, some of the top schools, I have friends teaching in those schools, right? Like, walao, the stuff they get is like, okay, don't talk about the academic part, just the extra enrichment classes. They have like things to help you with like resume writing and stuff in secondary school. Which,
Okay,
or like public speaking and things like that, which like neighborhood school kids would miss out on, for example. So it's more like that. So I feel like, why should these schools be getting an extra privilege?
What's stopping these normal schools from doing also like resume courses?
I think one is funding.
So they don't have enough funding.
Yeah. So personally, like perhaps this sounds very communist, but I would prefer if there were not independent schools or even autonomous schools, and that the money could be, kind of spread out more evenly, so that all kids kind of have a chance. Like maybe after secondary school, then you either go uni or poly. Then that one is different already. But I feel like up to secondary school,
if that's the case, then a lot of people will just like, you cannot really stop people who have money to like use what they want the money for. What then they will just hire tutors,
which is already happening lah. Like I have friends who are like.
So the rich people will hire better tutors and more tutors. Then it's the same as getting the enrichment. It's just whether it's in a school system or not.
That's true. That is true. Do you believe like Dash is how old now?
5.
So I guess you gotta start thinking kind of soon about like primary schools and stuff. Have you started thinking about it?
I never really I'm going to like start lah. I need to like start volunteering.
Is this guilty? Yeah. So you would start volunteering and stuff.
I guess people are telling me I have to volunteer. Then somebody is telling me that, hey, you cannot just like in life, right? I always cruise through things, right? Thinking that I'm famous, never mind. Everything I can get free. Then it's like, oh, now it's like slap in the face. Like education cannot get free. And then it's just like, oh shit. Then my friend just told me you have to go and volunteer. I say, really man, maybe I'm famous, they'll just let me in. And then she
I highly doubt it lah.
Then she was just like, excuse me, Zoe Tay volunteers, okay?
Does she?
Zoe Tay have to volunteer. Yeah, in like Nanyang, I think Nanyang Primary or whatever. Yeah, I don't think even they will just let her kids go in. So I guess I have to go and volunteer and like direct traffic. Hey, you stop don't go got car.
So it is important to you, I guess, that Dash goes to like a good school.
No lah, but because all the moms do it, so I don't know. Actually, I don't mind him going to a neighborhood primary school because so do I. I went to a neighborhood primary school. It was fine.
Did you go to a good secondary school?
I went to a good secondary school. Okay. I was in River Valley.
the discipline level is extremely different in the convent school and in like a good like government school.
Okay.
Like it was a culture shock for me. I thought like everyday rolling the 8+ is normal and it's okay. They will just write down your name and then nothing happens.
Right.
Walao, no. In primary school, that's what I used to do. In secondary school, walao, I'm in like detention every week, you know, like, or I choose like I don't really like this class, then I just don't go for the class, lor.
You can
Yeah, precisely. I was in so much trouble in secondary school. Like
my
everything.
school was strict also. The girls cannot even have long hair.
Oh
the
my
socks
gosh.
cannot be more than freaking 10 cm. It's a communist school. It's a Chinese school, so it's very communist. Yeah, everything is like really damn siao, your fingernails every week also check and everything.
Do you think that has been helpful? Like, do you think that prepared you for life in some ways?
It definitely did lah. I think it taught me a lot of like good values in life, and I think that it made me a better person because the people who are there in the school are very nerdy and they're very quiet and they're very nice. They're legit just very nice people. What was your PSLE? Like what is your cutoff?
At that year it was 240, I think.
240. Okay lah, it's quite a good school lah. I guess.
Yeah.
I think mine is 250.
Wow, even more jala.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's really that you just have to get in.
But yeah,
But
so
TKGS was also not a rich
really,
man's school. Like you most people there.
Really man, I don't believe. I think
No
it
leh.
sounds like a rich man's school. Real Valley is really 穷人的学校。
It's Tanjong Katong leh.
Hello, it's in mine is in Teban Gardens. It's really like all the Jurong people go lor. Like where got rich people stay in Jurong one? Confirm don't have.
Not all people stay in like you go TKGS stay in Katong lah. It's like
They
just
confirm go stay in Orchard. All this. How many rich friends you have from there?
Actually, very honestly, really honestly, like none of my friends from secondary school were rich.
Oh really?
Like really, it was a very normal school.
Like most people from my school, all like HDB dwellers one.
Yeah, same.
So like yeah. So I think in general they made me a better person than I am lah, which I think I can go quite astray if I'm like put together with a posse of mean girls. So I was
very
like,
self-aware.
yeah, and I think the best thing about the school is that like the friends lor, like I'm still friends with all my friends who are there, so like that's great lah, I think.
Same. I mean, I guess like River Valley and TKGS were a bit more like a bit more really like meritocracy. Like nobody's parents volunteered for anything. For example lah.
Yeah, I don't think
there
so.
weren't parent volunteers. There weren't people who would sponsor the entire sports team. Unlike some of the independent.
You mean have is it a thing?
Let's not share on the school, but like.
But
they
I think
sponsor the
like
full team one the jersey
lor.
all sponsored, the flight all sponsored to go.
It's like I also want my kid to go into ACS, not because of anything else, but because of the friends that he will know for life. People who will trust him because they are friends with him since secondary school, just like the way I trust my secondary school friends. And then you can like become business partners or whatnot in future. All these are rich people leh.
That's an interesting way to think
all the
about it.
connections.
So it's really
and all
like
that.
if you want him to go there, it's more for the networking.
Yeah, I
lah
do think
as
it's
a child.
really just about the networking.
Okay.
Yeah, unless he's like heavily disliked there lah, then that will backfire. Yeah.
Actually, that's interesting also, like about giving your child a head start in life. Do you like Dash doesn't have his own social media account, right?
No.
What is
There's
the
a fly.
Would you? Okay, I recently spoke to someone, cannot say who, celebrity parent lah, who says that like it's important to have a social media account for your child because it gives them a head start in life.
What?
Because like okay, our
How do
generation.
you even know Instagram will stay on for so long?
Not Instagram, but perhaps like just a social media persona. Like let's say like now it's Instagram, and then he could transfer his followers to whatever new social media thing. You don't think?
No, I think that's absolute bullshit. Like why would I want a social media account that my mom set up for me? With
That's
all
true.
my me in a diaper. Like why would I want that?
But you
As
know,
a
like
baby.
people do it, right? Like
Huh?
okay.
No, I think your friend is just weird.
So you talk about education in general being important. What if Dash, for some reason, turned out to not be academic and wanted to drop out of school?
Drop out Is he dropping out of ACS?
Yeah, maybe.
Then I'll say keep in contact with your friend.
If he's dropping out of a normal school,
Normal school then you go and see who is rich keep in contact with them. No, I'm joking I guess it depends on whether he has a life skill, which I feel like if you're really just really good at something that you want to focus on, then that's fine. But if you don't really know and you don't really have anything else to fall back on, then it's of course safer to go the school route. Like for example, if my kid Joseph Schooling want to drop out of school, right? Schooling.
you love it, right?
Then okay lah, you go and swim lah, right? Not?
Yeah.
Or maybe a tattoo artist that he's just really good at it. And
So as long as he has like a skill lah, basically.
I think you need to kind of know what you're doing lah. You
Yeah.
cannot just drop out because I sian, I don't want to go school. Like what is that? That's a stupid reason, right? Yeah.
Do you think school prepared you for life? Like you in particular, your life in particular now?
In a way, I think that school teaches you how to deal with people that you cannot not see. Like so, like yeah, because you have to meet all your classmates all the time, dealing with bullies or like you know like how to handle people. I think those are actually a lot more important in life than anything else that you don't get taught, but you learn. You do learn.
What would you have learned in school that would help you be like the world's best blogger, for example?
Oh, actually, I did learn like in because I was in mass media in poly, so I was in media and communications. I did learn how to do like Photoshop and stuff like that, but I was very bad in class. Like the rest of it, I just self-taught one. But you know, I guess it did teach me about advertising, PR, all these kind of things lor.
Okay, so you do think it's quite...
It did help me in my career lah. It just so happens because like I was already blogging midway through it, so it was not like a deliberate thing. At no point in my life, even now, I know what I want to do. I don't know. I really don't know.
I also don't know. It's just...
really? You just float into it
Okay, maybe our generation is the like you're supposed to know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right, but then there isn't any knowing anymore because things keep changing. Like even whatever we're doing now, the medium could change and then... Or like the trend could totally become anti-social media and then it will be a different world, right? I don't think it will be like that lah, but I'm just saying that could happen. And then you just...
But do you ever know you want to go acting, you want to do hosting,
you
want to be a celebrity? Do you ever feel like you want to be famous? I had none of that. Actually, I just was like, I hope whatever I do will be like just good enough to just float by.
I mean, I struggle. That's why like I have like girls that I play netball with or like younger friends, and they ask me like, you know, like they're very, very stressed, like now, like what do I do? I said, honestly, right, up to the year that I graduated, the 4th year in uni, right, I had no idea what I wanted to do.
What course do you take?
Business. I was very single-minded from young that I wanted to get a degree. That was it.
Business is very vague lah, so it can be anything like business.
Yeah lah, but
just like mass media also very vague, like
true lah. But you really don't know. I mean, I thought I would be a writer lah at that time, and then I was worried about how much money they made or didn't make, and then and then everyone in business wanted to be a banker. Then I thought I would do that. And then I thought, oh crap, I'll be really bad at it. I didn't even major in finance, so then I was like, oh no. Then I was in advertising.
I thought I would be a makeup artist or like I don't know what else I can do.
Now like if let's say all this disappeared, what would you do?
I don't know, maybe go and be a writer, reporter, journalist, or like I don't know. I just pray that my husband makes more money.
I think like the problem is with schools, right? I mean, maybe less so now, but I feel like with people like our generation, sometimes people who are not from so-called elite schools have a bit of a chip on their shoulder. Do you think so? Do you feel better knowing that you were from a good school at least? Does it give you more confidence?
It does give me more confidence. Like, I'm in the kind of line where people always say I'm a bimbo and always say I'm stupid, especially the way
still at this point.
Yeah, people do say that all the time, but like it's just at least I got something to throw back at them, you know? Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think of it that way. Maybe it's bad lah because I didn't do well for O-levels, right? So I made it to a JC that's not great. So I do feel a bit of regret lah having gone to a not great JC that is closing down.
Why is not great?
TPJC is closing down it's like it's dying.
It's legit not great. I thought she meant like NJ or something that's like not bad one, you know?
For me, I have slight embarrassment about it. Like, it's very like superficial to say, but I do feel a bit like, wow, why didn't I? Because I didn't make it to VJ. Like, go there, talk to the stupid principal, back to get in on sports, all. Then they're like, no, but your results like it's double digit, cannot.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was so relaxed. I just knew that I didn't want to go into JC, so I just went into poly. So I know that no matter how shitty I do, I will sure get in one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the way you think about it.
So I was just like, these O-levels or whatever. I think I got 11.
That's pretty good lor. That's same as me and I studied You then the smarty pants.
No, 11, maybe 13. I can't remember what it was.
So annoying